Hi guys. So this is going to be for the end of November 2018. The label that I used for this one is Pisces. And you have some really strong energies, Pisces. Oh my goodness. uh let's try to get through a couple of these so that I don't miss any. Um, One, you're dropping the ball everywhere, like with so many things. There's huge decisions needing to be made that are just being pushed aside, missing opportunities because you're refusing to make decisions. Your communication for the end of this month is going to be very off, to where you're not communicating, or the communication that is around you is like extra charged, very harsh. Um, Toxicity is not only in your energy, it's on your mind, it's in your emotion. Um, Again, what else is there? Okay, so do you know how in the like High Priestess, the Tower, and some decks, the God, there's just so many cards that have it where it's either the pillars, it's the people, the devil card even has it. It's the pillars, the people, the like lioness, the Egyptian, where one's white and one's black, like that. It is a huge theme for you, like light and dark, or yin and yang. Like you're trying to find your zen the end of this month, in which a lot of your mind is consumed by confusion of toxicity. Now, I'm not exactly sure how to interpret this. You are either confused about a toxic situation, or you are confusing something for a toxic situation, something that's not toxic, but you are perceiving it that way. But the energy of toxicity or addiction or negativity, something like that, is weighing heavily on your mind. The energy surrounding partnerships is huge, where that's concerning, where that's wrapped around, where it's toxic. Partnerships will be a big concern here. Where is this toxic, or is this not? Because there's this level of something ending and you being very happy about it. Like it was your wish for it to end because you believe it's toxic. But the feeling I get is almost like you feel it's toxic, but it's not. I'm still trying to see how that's going to come through for an interpretation. But you're dropping the ball in so many areas of your life right now. You're not working very well with other people. I'm not sure if this is coming from you or them, but the communication is harsh, angry, or non-existent, in which other people are just not speaking to you, or you're just not speaking to them. Or when you are communicating, it's not very clear, concise communication. And it's not very immature communication either. It's just not. It's harsh. It's harsh communication, in which you're just very like one word answers, or somebody's like this with you. But I believe there's something coming in. It's absolutely going to rock your world. And I want to take this back to a love relationship, in which it's like romantic relationship. Maybe you don't think it's toxic, and it is toxic, and that's where the confusion is. But something's going to happen. And I have a feeling it's like something in your schedule changes. And your partner doesn't know about this change in your schedule. You're like, I'm going to surprise them with this change in my schedule. And, you know, I'll surprise them and then we'll do this or that or whatever. And this surprise actually surprises you because you find out something that's going to rock your world. I don't know if it's a third party situation. For some, it can be. It honestly could just be like you find out that your partner's doing something that you really don't agree with. That's toxic. Maybe they have an addiction that you had no idea about, or yeah, I have a feeling like it's a hidden addiction or a hidden. It will shock you. It's something that's going to absolutely shock your senses. I don't feel like it's necessarily going to end your relationship. For a lot of you, it's not going to. You will work through it with your partner. But you try to surprise them and you get the shock. That's the biggest message. But this leads to something good. Even if it is an end of a relationship, it leads to happiness. You might have a boss who's just an asshole. And they aren't giving you what you're worth. And this is causing issues with you working with people because maybe they have like a clique and the boss is like paying someone who's really not worth it because they really don't work like you work. And they're getting paid more than you are. And that's why you're just really not wanting to communicate with people. Because the harsh communication really pulls into work. So if you're in a work situation, it just doesn't seem to be very cohesive as of right now. And even as it's leading out into December, it still doesn't feel cohesive. But I feel like it's someone making you unhappy to be where you are. So even though you may be the one with harsh communications, it's because you're reacting to actions of someone else, of someone else's actions, if I can speak properly. I think what the spiritual guidance would be this month would be to communicate in a better way, even if people push you to certain points. So it makes you want to react in a certain way. Really evaluate, because I feel like you're missing opportunities. And this could just be because you're not thinking things through. So you're looking at something as an option, like say you're looking at your options, but because it involves certain people being a part of it at first, you want nothing to do with it. But if you were to look further into it, you would see that they're just holding the door open for you. So you only have to deal with that person for so long until that opportunity moves you out of that position. And you wouldn't be dealing with the same people that held the door open. Thank you for holding the door open, though. You know? So miss opportunities just because people give you reason to react in a negative way. Remember that you have the choice to treat them as you want to be treated instead of treating them how how they are projecting how they want to be treated, if that makes sense, right? Because sometimes people treat people not how they want to be treated. And in return, they get treated that way, right? Because they're teaching people how to treat them by treating other people that way. But what you need to teach people is no matter how you treat me, I'm going to treat you how I want to be treated. So, and plus, you catch more bees with honey, and bees make honey, more flies with honey. I don't know, be sweet with people because you just get further that way. And I'm not telling you to kiss ass because I wouldn't kiss ass. But I see someone holding a door open for you and you not wanting to walk through this door because you don't like how this person treats you. This person is literally just holding a door of opportunity open for you. And you're no longer ever going to have to deal with this person afterwards. Are you going to take the open door or not? Are you going to take the opportunity even though it's handed to you by somebody that you really don't care for? I would take it. I mean, but that's just me. So also, if you're on a spiritual journey of any sort whatsoever, I feel like the end of November is going to be one of which you're very into yourself for answers spiritually, whether it be in a religious way, a non-religious way, it really doesn't matter. You're trying to answer your questions, but you have found that the answers come within yourself. So yes, you still will look outside of you at people who have more knowledge, but you tend to look into yourself and say, does that resonate with what I truly at my core believe to be true or not? And that's a step that we all make when we go on spiritual journeys. What resonates with me and what doesn't resonate with me. You will hit a point where you try to force resonation. Just be careful with that, in which you're trying to make everything fit to work with, because you get to a certain point where you think that you can see every perspective, and every perspective can be right, which is true, because every perspective can be looked at from someone leading a different life who's been through different things, and their perspective could be as true as your perspective, and they're two complete different perspectives, right? But that's just us learning that we can accept other people's point of views along with our point of view, knowing that neither are wrong, right? That they're right to that person for that reason. But you tend to get a little caught up with, I can make anything fit. So don't try not to get into that, because you will mind fuck yourself. And then that's really hard to get out of once you've done that to yourself. So be open to, everybody can have their own perspective, and it can be just as right as the perspective that I hold within myself, but not everything is right for me. And I think that's the best way anybody could put that. So, I mean, I don't know, but, but that's the best way I can put it. So, I really think that if you use your intuition and you look within yourself for the answers, for love, for work, for just the little things that are going on in your life and stuff like that, you're going to have so much more of a easier time at the end of November. If you don't, and you refuse to listen to your intuition and yourself and find deeply what's within yourself, I think that you're going to have a little bit of a harder time. And that you're going to miss a lot of opportunities. You're going to miss a lot, Pisces, because you've got a lot coming in that looks amazing. But if you're not in the mindset that where your mind is very open to opportunity in whatever form it comes in, you're gonna miss a whole bunch, and it won't come back around for a while. So I would say try to stay on top of it. Like, keep your mind very open so that you don't miss this really good stuff coming in. Because I really think that a business opportunity is coming in, and you just don't like the person offering it to you. But it's going to be so beneficial for you. Like, in the long run, it's going to be amazing, and you're really going to regret it if you don't do this. It's almost like a wish come true. Like the perfect job. The perfect opportunity. I think that's what I got for you, Pisces. I think that the end of this month can be so amazing for you. Keep your mind open. Know that you know what it is, you know. Take what resonates with you and only you know. And put it to work, because you are a creator and you can create greatness. I love all of you, and I will see you next time.